Hello everybody, I'm Landy, creative mommy of two, and welcome back to my channel. Or hello, in case you haven't been here before. Today I am trying to do Miss Crochet and Coffee's 1 hour whip and chat challenge. So, if you're ready to listen to me ramble for at least an hour, you're welcome to join. If you're not, you're also welcome to skip ahead to a next video. Just be warned, I, in general, ramble, speak in weird terms, don't get out of my words, and, well, that's it, I think. Yeah, I speak with a heavy accent because if you don't know already, I'm Dutch, so it can be that I use a sentence that you're like, wait, what in the world is she saying? But that's probably mistranslation on my part. Most probably, at least. So, let's get my first color and get starting. For this part, I just have a little bit left, and then we are going to open up next section. And let's see, we start with the question mark today, which is 318. So, let's start. How is everybody today? I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a good end of 2020. Had a good end of 2020 and a good start of 2021. I already start falling over my own tongue. Way to start today. So yeah, if you don't want to listen to this all hour long, I understand. But in case you want to stay, here we are. Well, this video is going up today as a bonus of a bonus video. I was thinking about doing it just as a regular video, well, as a regular bonus video on a Sunday. But I have way too much that I will have planned already, and I wasn't planning on waiting with it for like a month. So I was like, you know what? For the few people that do watch my WIP and chats, I'm just going to do an extra one. In case somebody wants to hear me ramble. And I just want to challenge myself more often. So I think that this is a good way to try to do that. But yeah, I'm trying. Don't know if I am succeeding that good. But yeah. As I said earlier, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. As for us being in the Netherlands at this moment, at least at the moment of filming, we are in a lockdown, which meant that for Christmas and also for New Year, well, no, New Year was excluded, but for Christmas you could have 3 people other than your household in your house. So exclude kids from the age of, I believe, 11 or 12, somewhere in that direction, are excluded. So which meant that we, and with we I mean my husband and I and our 2 kids, went to my in-laws for first day of Christmas, and the second day, which we have here in the Netherlands, my parents came over to us. Okay. let's get a next color because I am already at the tiny amounts. Not a smart place to start. Let's see. Well, this makes for a quick hour. If I already start grabbing colors left and right. And the hour should be over soon. No, just kidding. As I was saying, we went to my parents-in-law at the first day of Christmas. Had some presents there for the kids and had a good time. And then just went back home. Did a little bit of a more unusual meal in the evening. And then my hubby and I watched a movie together. We did that on, we did that on Christmas Eve and the first day of Christmas. Watched the Christmas movie together. And then called it a night. And well, the day after my parents came along and we drove a little farther than we have to drive to go to my parents-in-law. So they ate here, and after that, I don't know, I think we did not do anything special, just a regular evening. And well, that was our Christmas basically. I'm sorry, I'm hoping to get it a little bit more interesting once I'm through to this section, because now I am looking for colors left and right. That is not much fun for you guys, so I'm sorry to bore you. So again, as I was saying, Christmas was not that much special this year. Well, last year's technically. And New Year's Eve also wasn't that special. Actually, being again in the Netherlands and in lockdown, quite technically, it was forbidden for people to have fireworks. Didn't stop many people, but hey, it actually was forbidden. So it was not that we were like, okay, we need to go out and, well, go outside and watch the fireworks. But actually, the whole evening through, there was firework left and right. So it was noticeable that it wasn't allowed that much, but it wasn't as much as other years. But it still went on quite a bit. But we were like, okay, we're not going to try and do something really special. We were more opt for just in case the kids woke up and started crying, which we obviously did not want. Sorry, my colors are not completely in order. For one or the other reason, I never got through completely kitting this up. So this has been in the behind, but hey, I'm planning to get rid of this, finish this one quite quickly. So hopefully I am done with this quickly enough to not get my OCD in a mix-up. But again, hey, that's just if you're trying to be lazy and just don't want to, well, kit up properly again. Because I'm now working out of these tiny little bags and out of my usual big bags, so they are now mixed up. And yeah, that's not easy working, I can tell you that much. But luckily for me, here and there I have colors that I can see properly. Let's see, 6, 4, 40. So I'm just getting the drills out that I need so I don't get too much out of them. But yeah, New Year's Eve, we actually didn't eat anything special, and after the kids went to bed, we watched Maleficent 2. We watched Maleficent Mistress of Evil, to be exactly. Where's that? Okay, I need to find one, and I can't find it. There. 704. I for a second thought that I had a symbol on my canvas and I didn't have the symbol on my inventory for my legend. Oh, one is enough. But luckily I had it. Got me worried for a bit, but that's okay. I found it. And yeah, back to what I was saying for the 10th time. New Year's Day, normally we go to my grandparents and go, well, visiting them for wishing them a happy new year and the best wishes and all that kind of stuff. But again, being in a lockdown, it's not possible this year. So we just stayed at home and actually did nothing. Yeah, well, we did the obvious, like I needed to clean a bit, needed to cook, needed to change diapers, feed kids. You know, all of that when you have kids. Most of the times you do not have many days where you can do just absolutely nothing. But hey, I have days that I'm like, okay, now I am doing as little as possible. Because also I need to keep my sanity in one or the other way. Because, yeah, I have a daughter of 2.5. She refuses to sleep in the afternoon. But she actually does need it. And when she doesn't sleep when she needs it, she is getting all bouncy and hyperactive. And sorry, I'm getting a new section ready to start. Let's do a bigger one today. Let's do this. Because otherwise I keep getting new colors because this painting is quite a confetti hell. By the way, I'll insert a picture about here somewhere of what this painting looks like when it's done. Because like this, there is nothing to say about how it looks. Can you see it correctly? You probably can see it better than I can because I am looking into the glare. But I thought, let's try something else. Let's just get get zoomed in more so you can see the symbols. And maybe if you like, you can yell at me for missing symbols. I know I like to do a little game of spot the missing symbol when I am looking a WIP Chat. Okay, most of the times I am diamond painting myself, but yeah, sometimes it happens. Didn't happen in a long time, I need to say. Most of the times it was when I was pregnant with my son, who is now 8 months old. And just after that, when I was feeding him, and he was falling, that did not go well. Well, that's a great start. We're about 15 minutes in, and I'm already spilling drills. Is it that obvious that I'm using a small tray when I'm used to a bit bigger ones? And trying to do it in the other direction than I'm used to. Okay, let's do it like this. that's done. So yeah, I didn't watch WIP Chats a whole lot, but I do listen to them. And most of the times when I do watch, I like to look at, well, what are the missing symbols? And if it is like I can hardly see what symbol they are placing, I am trying to figure out what the symbol is and then trying to find them before there is a drill on them. In case you are playing the guessing game and cannot tell already, I am placing the capital A. So that is quite a lot in here because that is this bright green. Ooh, sorry, I need to scratch my back. Got an itch. Always happens when I don't want to. So, yeah. Today, well, since my boy is now turned 8 months, he now may eat a little, well, kind of a lot more than he used to. So today was a day full of meal prepping for me. I did make mashed potatoes and some, well, plain couscous and some rice, all plain for him to be able to eat. I put it already in the freezer because I make it in bulk. And then when I need it, I can just grab it out of the freezer, put it in a bowl, let it thaw, and when it's thawed and time for him to eat, I can just heat it up and give it to him. For me, at least, it saves me a lot of time. And that way I know what's in it, I know how it's made, and I know I have the amount that he needs or he wants. Because I know with my daughter, if I get the jars from the store, I got them for her. Well, half the time she or refused to eat them because she didn't like them, or she completely ate it and then was like, okay, I want more. This isn't enough. So I make it myself. Well, I already did it for my daughter, but sometimes convenience is a little bit better than homemade, because sometimes you just don't have the, well, time, I can't say, because it's just heating it up, but sometimes you don't have a microwave or something, or it's just hard to do it at a place where you're at. So then, well, it's not hard to heat it. That's the same issue with a jar, but it's more of a problem to getting it where you are. Because I store it in our containers, but they also need to be closable enough. And my containers weren't always, so yeah. Long story short, I do make the baby food myself. But most of the times I am then doing a bulk day, like once a month or something. Come, scoot over. There, you need to go. But now that I have 2 kids, I just can't say like, hey, hubby, the kids are all yours now, and then start meal prepping, literally a complete day, because my daughter now is in her full-on mommy mode. She literally does not want my husband to do anything. Well, not anything. She wants him to play with her. But even putting her in her chair for eating, giving her her bib or anything like that. It's like, nope, nope, mommy do. So yeah, I just can't say like, hubby, they're all yours now. I know he wants to, but she doesn't. So now I am planning on, I did a bit today. Well, I need to do a bit tomorrow because we need to go grocery shopping because some of the things we don't have. After that, I need to make a couple of things, and then I think next week, probably, I will again do a big batch of bulk, and then it probably will be the vegetables. Well, yeah, and the fruit, but more of the fruit I can already just give him as is. Just need to peel it. So yeah, that's kind of been my day. Not very exciting, I know. Probably you don't even care, but hey, if you do, now you know. But yeah, as crafting goes, there's also not much happening. I am still waiting on a package from Diamond Art Club to unbox. I have my last order from, when was it? Not Black Friday, but I believe the week after that. I already received, and I think the week after, so what is it, like second week of December, first, second, somewhere in that direction, they got a restock. So yeah, I did buy one, but they did not ship until the 20 something. I got a mail that they made a tiny mistake with saying some were in stock, but they weren't, and I got one of those. So they would ship out a bit later. I don't care. I was like, okay, as long as I get it, I get it. For all I care, it took me 2 months before they shipped it. I don't care. I'm just happy I can get it. I believe in that email they said it was the 23rd they would ship it out, but I thought they were a little bit quicker than that. So my paintings celebrated Christmas in, I believe it was still in the States, and they celebrated New Year's in Paris. At least when I looked yesterday morning, or this morning, don't know. It said it was in Paris. So it's at least enjoying a good time there. And I hope it will be here probably next week or the week after that. So that will be somewhere in the first or second full week of January. For in case you watch this at a later date. So yeah, I'm waiting on that. I started my Ancient Heart painting that I unboxed and put up on my channel recently. I am finally, for the third time, working on this painting. But this is one that got on the back burner, and well, yeah. I'm trying to finish it quickly, but then, knowing me, it probably will still take quite a while. And yes, I know when I am spotting a symbol that is way out of the, well, main part where that color is, I like to place them already, because knowing me, I always forget them. And I don't like that. So, For the rest of crafting, well, I'm planning to start another, well, started not directly, but going further with my second latch hook kit. I'm also waiting to order my fabric for another latch hook kit because I am planning on making one myself. First making like a test piece that will probably go, or I'm making one for in my bathroom for, well, next to the tub to have something warm to stand on. Or I am making a kind of like matching set for in the bedroom for on my side and on my hubby his side of the bed. But I also need to make some space in my basement crafting area so I can reach my yarns. But yeah, really long story short, we needed to insulate my, well, our attic because it was turning into our daughter's room. So we put the stuff from there in the basement, thinking like we can make at least a little corner of it for like the Christmas decorations and stuff like that that we like hardly use, and in case we have the space, let's say it like that. But that did not go according to plan. We are now more than a year later from the day they started, and it still isn't done properly. And because we, well, are anything but handy in that department, we noticed too late. So yeah. And obviously the company that did it is not wanting to cooperate. So now all the stuff from there and also from the kids' rooms, well, it was turning into my daughter's room, and my daughter would then, well, go up there, and my son, who wasn't born at that time, could get her room. So we didn't need to buy an extra crib or move it or anything, because we wanted to transition our daughter to a bigger bed in hopes that that would go. But yeah, my son is now 8 months old and it still isn't done. It's still looking like a dump. So all that stuff that was planning for their rooms, and also the room that my son is in now, which is quite technically our hallway with that just a curtain in between. All that stuff is now in the basement, and it's just piled there where we had some space, and it is moved from left to right and top to bottom, and yeah. You know how those things go, probably, I think. So I now need to dig a way through there to reach my yarn. But lucky for me, I don't even have my fabric, so I have some time. And then, well, other craft news. Well, I actually don't have many. I am planning to do some things, but I need to get the supplies. And I need to find the time. Because, yeah, my kids do sleep about 1 hour during the afternoon together. And in the rest of the day, at least one of them is awake. Because my son takes a nap in the morning. And then after lunch, they both go to bed. And most of the times, my son just sleeps if I'm lucky, 1.5 hours. So that is most of the times some time for me to either do a bit of relaxing or a little bit of cleaning. But yeah, most of the times it's also relaxing because I am trying to do my household work as much as possible in the morning. So in the afternoon, when the kids are awake, I can do some fun stuff with them. And still have a at least somewhat clean house. So most of the times, my me time is in the evening when they are in bed before I go to bed myself, which is about 2-3 hours. But obviously, I also have a husband who wants to spend some time with me. So also my crafting isn't going that quickly because partly of that. Not that I blame my husband, but sometimes the day needs to have a little bit more hours. But we'll get there. Eventually, the kids will be able to play while I diamond paint in the evening, or just give me like a half an hour during the day or whatever. It will go better eventually. And before I know it, they're already in school, so I don't need to worry about that then. But yeah. I also am thinking about changing up my uploading schedule a bit. The diamond painting part stays the same. My regular videos will just be on a Friday, and the time lapses that I do, at least I'll try to do them every other week. In cases that I have no time, it can skip a week. Because, well, yeah, if I've got just a video of about a minute with like hardly anything to show for, yeah, that's not fun to watch. So I'm trying to keep up that at least. But my other craft videos, what I normally do the weeks on the Tuesdays that I don't have the time-lapse videos, I think I am just going to skip those and just do what I have. Because at this point I am needing, well, to find the time to do them. And all the space to do them in. Because I have some stuff that I just can't do in my living room. And yeah, with just having 1 or 2 hours in the evening, it's not easy doing a craft that takes 4 hours straight. So I'm trying to find some time to do those, but yeah, and I'm just not liking that I need to film it. And every other week needing to find a thing to film just for you guys to watch. I hope you can understand that. And don't hate me for it. Please let me know which crafts you would rather see. Maybe there's something I can try out. But I can tell you, no crocheting, no knitting. I am really, really, really bad at those. I did those like, I think 15 years ago. Most of the times I start okay, but I end with a thing that is like twice as big as it should be because I'm that bad at it. Or from a, I think it's a crochet tablecloth, I made like a hat because I pulled it too tight. And yeah, not my thing. I love the looks of it. I love to be able to make sweaters for my husband because he likes to wear sweaters that are kind of like knitted. But he most of the times can't find his size. Because he's just, well, not a small guy, I don't want to say it per se, but he is, well, in height he is regular, but he is kind of skinny. So it is hard for him, because like men's sizes, at least here in Europe, are most of the times like a medium size or bigger. And he needs a small size. Most of the times in regular stores, they don't have that much choice for him. It's that easy. But yeah, if I was able to knit, I would probably do that. Nope. I'm not willing to try that again. At least not at this point. Because I also have 2 cats walking around, in case you hear something meowing every once in a while. If you know my channel, you probably know that. But I have 2 cats, so yeah, one of them likes to play with yarn. So that isn't, at least the balls of yarn. Let's put it like that. With my latch hooking kids, she does not do much, but if I even dare to put a ball of yarn somewhere, she finds it. She will. Would not be the first time that she plucked it out of somewhere. So no, not a smart move for me to do crocheting or knitting. But yeah, other than that, as long as I don't need to buy, I don't know how many supplies for it to try, I'm open to it. Okay, let's get some extra drills. But yeah, I am still planning to make some soap. I did do the melt and pour soap. I love using them. But I think I want to try some cold process soap. But again, being in lockdown, it's not that easy to just go to a store and pick up supplies. And I also need to find the time again. I know I am repetitive, but yeah. Time is an issue with me at the moment. So yeah, to recap, I am trying to find the time to do a cold process soap, and I am waiting to start my, well, homemade latch hook kit, if you want to call it like that. I still have a kit that I already showed on my channel that I can work on. And for the rest, I do have plans, but yeah, don't know when I can do it. So yeah, with that in mind, I am thinking to just do like the other crafts every once in a while, and just keep diamond painting as the main focus. And maybe doing the Lacho kits like every month, every 2 months maybe. So that I kind of keep pressuring myself, but not overly pressuring. Because I just like diamond painting the best and I want to make some progress. But yeah. Sorry, I need to drink a bit. My throat is getting dry. So, quick reminder. Keep drinking your fluids. Keep hydrating. Because I know I forget it all the time. I preach, but no, don't practice. I'm one of those people, huh? No, I'm trying, but failing like half the time. So most of the times now I am making a pot of tea every morning and just letting it cool down and having a glass standing next to it on my counter. So every time I go into my kitchen, we have an open kitchen plan, so that's not that hard. Or I even walk by it. I at least can take a sip. Yeah, what is it, cat? As you already heard, there is a cat. That was Lucian. She is just like, what the heck are you talking to? There's no one here. What are you doing, crazy woman? But yeah, I'm crazy anyway, so why should she bother? So, how far are we? About 40-45 minutes in. Huh. I didn't think I thought I would make it this long. I already prepared some tag questions. I'm just, for the fun of it, I am just doing them anyway. I can better just make some extra time and even being able to cut something out if I need to. Because knowing me, my rambling can get quite bad. So yeah. I'm that kind of person. I got the challenge-to-do.com tag questions and I got the get to know me questions for probably in case you don't know me. Because, well, my channel is small. I started YouTube, what, 6 months ago now, maybe? So yeah, not many people know me, so I thought a get to know me tag. I believe I did one, the first WIP Chat I did, but hey, let's try it again. I learned if I searched on Google for something that was interesting and wasn't like really strange questions, I could not find much, so I thought let's just do this one. So let's start with that. After I searched my color, oh, it was easy. Just need one bag earlier in my tray. Whoop. There you almost go. And let's shake them around a bit. And let's get starting. The first question, all-time favorite movie. I actually don't have one favorite movie. I think if you ask me that question every day you would get another answer. Well, it's not that bad, but my favorite movie, I think, depends on which mood I am in. I have many things I like. Many things are Disney. many things are musical. And also something else. The one that pops in mind for me first was Pride and Prejudice. I love that movie, well, almost from the moment I saw it the first time. And I still love it. We have it on DVD, and I haven't watched it in quite a long time, but I did watch it regularly before I had kids, just as a background. And even if I was completely in a different part of the house, if I heard the music or like one line of the text, I could say which part of the movie it was. That is how much I watched it. Further from that, I also do like Les Miserables. That is the musical film version. And I do like Fiddler on the Roof, which is also a musical. I do like Disney movies. Mulan is one of my favorites. Pocahontas. Let's see. Moana I do like. But for one or the other reasons, here they call her Vaiana. I have absolutely no clue why, because Moana is just as easy to say. But yeah. Hercules. I love Hercules a lot. I watched that movie like I don't know how many times. And obviously the Disney princesses, like Cinderella. I watched that in I don't know how many different versions, also non-Disneys. I love... oh, come on, what's her name? Seriously. Sleeping Beauty, that was it. I was like, how was she called again? But it's Aurora. So, yeah. I like a lot of different movies. So, question number 2. Are you a morning or are you a night person? I'm neither. I'm more like an afternoon person. I'm one of those people, I am, well, I don't want to say too lazy to get out of bed, but I don't want to get in bed, but too lazy to get out of bed in the morning, but I don't want to stay in bed the whole day. But I don't want to go to sleep at night, and I am way too tired to stay up. So I'm one of those oddballs. So yeah, I think I'm more like an afternoon person. People? I'm just one person. Maybe I'm a bit cuckoo, but I'm not schizophrenic, so I'm just one person. Not that people who have schizophrenia are crazy in a bad way. Don't hear me say that. Absolutely not. I don't know any persons that have schizophrenia that I know of, but they aren't bad people. Oh. Question number 3. Are you good at accents? Nope. I am terrible at them. I can't even speak like the, well, proper English or American, just how you want to call it. American, British, English. You know what I mean by it. So yeah, even in Dutch I am really, really, really terrible in accents. Or dialects even. So next question. Are you single? No, I am not. I am married. So not single. Next question. Cook in or eat out? Both? Most of the times we just cook at home. I love going out to eat, but yeah, with 2 small kids, it's not always that easy. Plus, again, lockdown, virus, not good, not smart, stay home. No, we're even before the whole world got crazy. I think, ate out 2, maybe 3 times since our daughter was born. And she now is 2.5, so. Yeah, we just don't feel comfortable to go out to eat as much as we did before. Because, well, you have to, well, take in consideration that there might be people that don't want to sit with kids, and kids do need to want to eat it. Well, my daughter most of the times isn't that much of a problem, but yeah, she sometimes can be difficult with eating. And on top of that, you need to find a right time to go, because you want to take the time to eat out, but at the same time, you don't want to bore your kid too much without bringing a whole load of stuff for them to keep entertained. Because, well, yeah, you don't want to be a bother to other people that are wanting to eat in peace and quiet. They don't want to have a screaming kid. Probably. You can't always keep a kid still. I know that. I understand that. Some kids are just loud. But I'm just not wanting to do that every 2 weeks, for example. So we just treat it as a special time. But we can't wait until this whole pandemic thing goes away. In like a long time, probably. Because, like, at least here, people just don't want to listen to the government anymore because they're sick and tired of it. And, well, that makes it even worse. And, yeah, it's that kind of a vicious circle. But at least when that's over, we can't wait until we are able to drop off the kids at my parents' and have a nice dinner out, just the 2 of us. But that probably will take at least half a year to a year. But then they can stay overnight at Grandma and Grandpa's, and we have a night to ourselves. Which we don't have ever had since our daughter was born 2.5 years ago. Yeah, we have like date nights in-house, which just kind of like our Christmas and New Year was. Watching a movie, enjoying some snacks. But it's different when the kids are in-house versus when they are somewhere else. You don't need to take in consideration that you get woken up in the morning. So, long answer. Describe your perfect day off. Well, I technically don't ever have a day off because I don't work. I am a full-time stay-at-home mom, which I'm loving, by the way. Sometimes I do miss the fact that I have, well, except for my husband, then I don't have much of a social interaction with other adults, especially with the whole virus. That makes it sometimes a little hard, but it also makes that I don't need to find a sitter in case of an emergency or anything. In case of an emergency, that still can happen, but in case I need to work unexpected. I'm not struggling with finding a sitter or anything, or daycare, or no matter what, because I am at home. So I actually don't have a day off. But if I would have a day that, I don't know, in a year or so, my kids are at my parents or my in-laws, I think I would love to, well, get a good night's sleep, then wake up at a time like, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, like just when my body says, okay, now you're fully rested, get out of bed. Not when my kids think, hey, it's time to get out of bed. Mom! And then just do a whole day of like crafting or just whatever I at that moment feel like doing, which probably will not be much. Or just spend some quality time with my husband. But yeah, I'd rather not think too much about it because I know that it is kind of a long way before I can have those times. Question 7. Do you believe in nicknames in relationships? Yeah, why not? We have nicknames for each other. I'm not going to name them for you because, well, that's a thing between me and my husband, and quite obviously they also translate bad, so I think that's even the main reason. Next question. Question number 8. Do you have hobbies your friends don't know about? Are there hobbies your friends don't know about? No? Either you have weird hobbies or weird friends that they don't want to know them. Okay, I don't talk about my hobbies that much with my friends. Not that I have many friends, but when the subject of hobbies gets around, it's not that I am not saying about it. Not talking about it, that's how I need to say that. More proper. And question 9. Do you have pets? As I said before, yes, I have 2 cats. So that's a quick answer. 10. What is your favorite board game? My favorite board games change over time a bit. But at this moment, and I think for the past 1 or 2 years, my most favorite game is, well, board game at least, is Ticket to Ride. I love it, and I actually got for Christmas an extension pack for it because, well, we played it that much, well, not the past year, but before that we played it that often that as soon as there were like 2 routes on the table, we were like, oh, you have that long route, or you have that route, and most of the times you were correct, so yeah. We played it too much. So that makes it easy, well, better to have like a set of extra cards and stuff, so you can play it a little different, but still the same game because we enjoyed the game itself. Okay, I'm just going to skip ahead for a few because they aren't all that interesting, because at least I don't think you want to know how I spend my weekends. Because quite frankly, it is boring. So let's scroll down a bit. If you could go anywhere in the world on vacation, where would you go? I think that depends on with or without kids. With the kids, I would love to go back to, seriously, words. I would love to go back to Legoland in Denmark. As a kid, I have been there quite often, and I loved it. My husband also loves Legos, so I think he would enjoy it as well. Okay, the kids are now a little bit small, but in a couple of years, I think they would enjoy it as well. And other than Legoland, I would also like to go to Disneyland with them. Do not care that much which version. For us, the closest by is Disneyland Paris. Because, yeah, well, Europe. But it would also be really fun to go to Disney in the States or anywhere else. But on a vacation without the kids, I think I would like to go, well, depends obviously on how much money we have, but I would love to go to the Seychelles. My husband has been there. He's in the Navy, and one time when they had a longer mission, they had like those weekends where they need to get, well, new supplies and stuff. And one of those weekends was like, well, we almost called it a luxury stay. They had to go to the Seychelles. And he said it was absolutely beautiful, but it is to go there normally, it is quite expensive. He at that time said, like, I love to go on a honeymoon there, but probably not in the cards for us because it is quite expensive. And we never took our honeymoon, so I would like to go there on a really, really light honeymoon. But yeah, anywhere where you can do something active but still relax, I think would be a nice vacation for me. You know, the last place we have been together is almost, well, it is 3 years ago. It was even before I got pregnant of our daughter, so it's a couple of years ago. Was to Chechen. I probably say it completely wrong, but that's in Poland, and let's get my demographics right, northwest part, I believe, quite close to Germany. And I need to say it was really beautiful there. It was quite of a big harbor. And really a kind of big city. It had like really, really good places to walk. One of those, well, it's kind of a crazy thing to say, but one of those beautiful places to walk was actually a cemetery. It was like, I don't know what it's called. I'll try to remember to look it up. But it was like a forest cemetery. It was huge. It was really big. But the space was beautiful. And a ton of memorials for like every war or conflict or whatever. But they were spaced out over the whole place, and the graves were so, well, it's odd to see it about graves, but they were so nice, and it was one of those places, it's odd to call it good and nice or even beautiful, but it really, really was. At that time, I even said to my husband, I don't want to get married, but if you need for one or the reason, bury me somewhere, bury me in a place like this. because I like some good views. If I want to be buried, I want to be buried somewhere where A, I can stay, and B, I have a nice surrounding. So it's not that doom and gloom. An easy question. What do you like doing in your spare time? You're looking at it. Diamond painting. Yeah, I just needed to pick that question for, well, obvious reasons. So I saw it and was like, okay, that's an obvious one, but still. It's an odd one, but I think might be a strangely fun one. Describe your personality with a color. I think if I should be a color, I would be a red. Because it can be a warm color, but it could also be dark and strange. I think that fits me. I could sometimes have quite of a odd, maybe you can call it dark sense of humor. But in the most time I am quite a, well, cheerful, happy person. Hopefully, at least. Well, okay, this year is a bit strange, so this year I might be not always at my best, but at least I try to be cheerful and bubbly and happy and fun and warm. I like to be a warm person where other people can relax and feel comfortable around. But if you get at my bad side, you got it coming. Let's say it like that. I can be quite a biatch. Let's just say it without cursing too much. So I think that answers that. What is your favorite kind of music? I actually do not have a favorite kind of music. I do like soundtrack music and musicals and that kind of stuff. But it's not that I like only that. I can listen to, well, almost anything. But it also depends heavily on the song. Because even within the genre of musicals and soundtracks, there are songs that when they come up, I just skip. Because they are terrible. Don't know one on the top of my head, but I do have them. Obviously, who doesn't? But for the most part, I can listen to anything. So most of the times when I want to listen to music, I just put on the radio. Because it has, most of the times, just the regular music. What I also like is like those guilty pleasure songs. The ones that you're like, I like, but I don't know if I'm able to like, if you call it like that. Those are most of the times just fun. And sometimes also not bad. Many of the times they're really good, so. And sometimes just hilarious. So, what is your favorite restaurant? Well, here in the place we live, we have a restaurant. It actually has a couple more places where they are. I never have been to one of those, but I think they are like the same. They will probably cook by the same recipes and stuff. But it is Yumi Sushi and Grill. They are, well, probably as the name explains, they are a sushi place. But they also have like the grill stuff, and oh, that is so good. And yeah, I absolutely love that place. Even when I was pregnant with the kids, well, the first part of my second pregnancy at least, because, well, yeah, the few times we've been out to dinner, well, we didn't have our son, I was pregnant with him, so yeah. But that place, you can just, when you reserve, or at least when you're there, you can just say like, hey, I'm pregnant, I want to have a special card. And you just get a card and then they will sign on it that it is a special card and for what the card is. Also, when you have allergies, you can also say that and they will prepare the food differently for you. So if you're pregnant, you can't have certain things that are on sushi, obviously. And with some stuff, they say like, okay, you can't have it at all because, well, it has like I think like a smoked salmon it is, you can't have because if they leave it off, you technically just have rice and some seaweed. So they're like, okay, you can't have it. But there are some stuff that they just are like, okay, we need to get like one of the toppings off, then you can have it. Those are the ones. Sorry, I'm looking for my color. I can't find it. Those are the ones that are marked on the card like, okay, they need to go without this or they need to go without that. And you can just order your sushi. And when they are doing the grill part, some stuff obviously you still can't have. And some stuff like beef or, I don't know, I haven't been there long enough. I think they have, well, they have a couple things that, like the beef things, you can have them, but they just need to be cooked through and through instead of, well, medium, like they normally would do. So as you have that card, you can just order and eat whatever you want. So I thought that always that it was really good and nice and the food tastes amazing. Obviously that's why we go back, because you can have the service all you want, but if the food is terrible, I still won't go back. Obviously it's hit and miss. Sometimes you have stuff you don't like, but you have small plates. It's not that you're throwing out a complete big dish. So yeah, I love that place. Let's scroll down a bit. Here. What other languages do you speak? Obviously, as I'm speaking English, or at least trying to speak English, because as I'm saying that, my language skills go out of the roof. Out of the roof. Well, however you want to say it. They go through the roof, I think it's supposed to say. Well, there go all my drills. At least that is what I'm trying to speak. And other than that, I speak obviously Dutch. The only, well, accent, I don't want to say it because it is a language, but language/accent of it that I do speak is Flemish. But it's in many parts, I don't want to say the same, but it has at least the same basis. So it's more like there are words different, or some words are different, but not all of them. So it makes it a lot easier. And I am raised pretty close to the borders, so I did go to school in Belgium, so yeah. I speak Flemish. Other than that, I had 4 years, I believe, in school in French. Because as I just said before, I did go to school in Belgium. And there you have French, not English. Well, I had 1 year, but it was just a basic like, hello, I am Yolanda. I am 29 years old. I am from there. I am, yeah. Like the really basic stuff. Let's see. I also got German in school. My grades were pretty good, but I am really bad at it. If I have to, I can, but Again, I now live at the German border, and most of the places where we go in Germany, because most of the people, quite obviously, they also live on the border, they at least understand Dutch, so it's more like half Dutch, half German, mishmash, trying of everything, but I can understand pretty much as long as I know the context. But speaking, in my head I can do it quite good, but in reality I can't. It's one of those languages. Like, I think I can, but I can't. So yeah, as long as you know it from yourself. What is your favorite season? I think it's spring or fall. I think both have their own charms. I like fall because of the colors. And it's nice after summer that it's like a little bit cooler and nice colors of the trees and that kind of stuff, but I hate the cold. As soon as it's too cold, I'm like, nope, give me back summer. Well, not summer, because that's most of the times like way too humid, but I want warmer weather. And obviously spring, because well, after winter it's so nice that all the flowers come up and the trees get green again, and it's always fun that there are always so many little animals and it's getting warmer again. Not that it's getting quite hot or quite cold here, but yeah, it's getting warmer. I'm like one of those persons. I like about, I think, 20 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much is in Fahrenheit, but 20 degrees Celsius is like my sweet spot. And in winter, it gets around freezing. And in summer, it most of the times gets too hot too quick. So let's just do fall or spring. And let's see. Where would you like to visit? Well, as in just a country or a city? Because I think like many countries in the world, I would like to visit at some stage. But there are also countries that I would visit certain places, but not the whole country, to say it like that. But some other countries I would like to see the whole place, to say it like that. Like, I don't care where in Scandinavia I go, but I want to go there sometime again. I've been to Denmark quite a lot of times. I've been a few times to Sweden, and I love it there. It's just, probably if you live there, there are also things that you don't like, and obviously, okay, also as an outsider, there are places, things that could be better, but that is about everything, every country. But at least when I was there, it was so nice there. So yeah, I would like to go there. But I would also go pretty much everywhere. But for me, the downside is I am hugely afraid of spiders. And in many places, they have big ones. And I think as soon as I would see a big spider, I would like, okay, nope, back home we go. Yeah, it has gotten worse over the last couple of years. Luckily for me, the ones we do have here are not too big, so I can handle those. Let's say it like that. The vacuum likes them. Or the bottom of my shoe in case they are small enough. But yeah, I don't like spiders, so like those huge freaking idiotically big things they have in like Asia or Australia, no thank you. So that's why I would never ever live there. Let's see. Let's do the last, well, the second to last, not the last question, but the one before that, and I will do that as my last question. That is number 949. What do you think is the most important ingredient in a successful relationship? I think there are more ingredients that are really important. Understanding. You need to understand that the other person has its quirks. Communication, obviously, because if you have an argument for one or the other reason, like probably every couple has, you need to be able to work it out and not be like, okay, I'm not talking to you for the next 2 weeks, because that won't work. So yeah, understanding, communication, respect, and a little bit of craziness, because, well, at least in my in my relationship, that's an important part, because, well, my husband and I are both a bit crazy. So that fits along well, I think. But yeah, you need to be able to give each other some space, understand each other's quirks, trust each other, yeah, have a good communication system. There obviously will be more important things, but yeah. I also need to think about it when I say. But I think I am rambling on long enough for now, and I see that my baby monitor is turning off, so, well, turning off is turning on. So I think this is a good time to stop for tonight. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments, because I would like to know how many people actually do watch this. I hope you guys liked it, to hear me ramble about these things, and that you get some of your crafting done. I know for me I did quite a lot. I end this here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.